I feel like it's just been like a long time coming. That I feel like love is like, honestly, like love I feel like is so fleeting, but like liquor is there like a lot of the time. You know what I mean? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I feel like I feel like I am incapable sometimes of receiving love because my whole life I've been on high alert to look for when people are displeased in me, and that my body is so ready to receive correction and like harsh, like it's ready to like it's literally anticipating disappointment and people being angry at me, that like it's on like fight or flight mode. Like, does that make sense? Like literally, like I'm waiting for people to like be disappointed, and then I can finally just like write off the whole like friendship, relationship, whatever, because then it's like at least I'm free of what that person thinks of me, you know? And I don't think that like that's like ideal. Definitely not. I'm literally on a ferry right now, so there's gonna be a ton of people watching me film myself, but I don't really care anymore. We're gonna offload soon, but I feel like for me, I just am like totally like, oh, like, what does it even mean to be like, what is it even, I just don't really care anymore. You know what? Watch me film, watching me be cringe as hell. I don't give a boot. Like, I just like I'm waiting for the people to be disappointed, and that's so sad because that's no way to live life. And I feel like it's always a few steps forward for me in life, and like going to therapy, like really taking good care of myself. And then there's always, it's like, it's so tough because these things you were taught as a child, like they are basically programmed, it feels like, into your DNA to react like a certain way for a certain situation to like incredibly like trigger you. And that's not an excuse, right? Like I never want to use that as an excuse. Like I never want, like, I know that like that can be like something that like lots of like right-wing activists say, but like I never want to be like a victim, you know? Like I never want to be someone who like is constantly like, I don't want to be a victim, right? I don't want to make my problems my identity. But I like the core thing, like I think being raised like having all these, not, I don't want to just like be like, oh, like having these traumas or whatever. It's like, it's not even about like, oh, like this is like my problem, this is my ish. Like it's just like, oh, like when does it, like how much, like it's such a fight sometimes that it feels so pointless. And like in a system where you are set up to be as productive as possible for the machine. I'm gonna sound like that one friend that's too woke. I don't give a boot. Where in a system where you are constantly supposed to be productive, that you are not doing enough, that you should immediately go from school to job and then die, basically. I cannot do that. Like I'm on my second gap year because I was like, university, I incredibly struggle to relate to people. And like that's not even like in a way of like, oh, like I'm just so quirky and so different. Like no, like I don't want that to be the truth. Like all in my heart of hearts is to feel like deeply understood and met by people. And like that might not be a reality in this lifetime, to be completely understood by people. And I feel like that's something that I have to be more okay with, that like people might never fully understand me. That sucks. People might never fully understand me, but I don't care because I have liquor. I have alcohol. Alcohol is awesome. It really just soothes your problems. And I really recommend drinking, because I feel like drinking really just makes you feel better about yourself in the moment. And you can just, all the regret that comes after, you can kind of just ignore it and it will be like fine. Just kidding. I actually really do like drinking. And I really like white wine. Love a Chardonnay. Love a Pinot. I mean, it's probably because, like, in the winter, I'm, like, more of, like, a red person, you know? Like, I'm, like, oh, like, a Malbec. Ooh. But in the summer, I'm, like, let's get Aperol Spritzes. Okay, so here's, like, an ideal drinking night for me. This is insane, by the way. So to start off the night, I'm either thinking, like, if I go to a spot and they have, like, slushy alcohol drinks, because I'm a child, like, oh, like an iced Bellini or something, I'm getting one of that to start the night off. Then if I'm like, oh, like, we're getting lit tonight, I'm gonna go for a margarita or an Aperol Spritz after. That's ideal, right? Because the iced Bellini is like, you're kind of like starting the night off. It's like full of excitement. And then the second one is like, the second alcohol of the night, like an Aperol Spritz or margarita, is like, okay, we're getting deep in, like, we're getting serious. Aperol Spritz, still keeping it light though. Then we're moving into a glass or a bottle of wine. For the summer right now, I'm thinking like a white wine is like a really good way to start it off. That's like the rest of the table conversation can do that. And then, like, to end the night off, that by that point I'm like, no more, because I actually don't really like feeling not in control of my body. Not a huge fan of that. But then if you're feeling really crazy, you either end the night off with an espresso martini. Actually, just an espresso martini, but it has to be ice cold. I do not want like a little bit of cold. Like, the espresso martini has to be like crispy chilled. You know what I mean? Or like, oh, what's it called? It's like basically like an iced coffee drink as well. That's alcoholic. That's like ideal night out. Then after, we're like, we have to do something like, oh, like having a concert after you've had like you've been like not totally drunk, because I need to be present for a concert, but like having a few drinks and you're just like ready to go to the concert venue and like everyone's having a good time. Like, alcohol alcohol never leaves you. People do. No, I actually don't recommend alcohol that much. I really don't like it. No, but like, okay, that's like ideal drinking. You feel me? That's like my ideal drinking night. That's like ideal drinking for me. I'm not an alcoholic. I just like occasionally drink every now and then, like a lot, but that's okay. No, I don't. I actually don't. I actually can't. I try and keep it for the weekends, and I think it affects like muscle synthesis, I think is what I've heard, is that it affects your muscle synthesis. So you have to be like really careful about, like, if you're exercising a lot and you're drinking a lot, your gains will go down. So I'm like trying to get lit for summer, so I can't really have that. Anyways, we're almost docked at the ferry, so I gotta go and I gotta keep living my life. And guys, my advice for you is literally like, oh, my advice for you is that, honestly, you need to figure out what energy source you're pulling from. Because if it's from an energy source that you have relied on in the past forever, which could be you might need to channel that energy differently. Does that make sense? I just sound really stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, trying to create new neural pathways that I'm not inherently a bad person and that I believe in myself. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and yeah, follow for more alcoholism. Anyways, no, I'm being silly. I'm not like that. Anyways, bye!